What's good, you guys? It's your boy Coach Smooth back here with the Browns rebuild, and today we're getting set to go through a huge chunk of the season, trying to get all the way up to, if we can, the trade deadline, which also happens to be our bye week. So we're going through the Packers, Lions, Vikings, Steelers, Dolphins, Patriots. Not a very, winnable schedule, especially where the team's at right now, but we did start the season hot, get a dub, and I went in and changed our offensive, I guess you could say, like playbook or game plan at least. So we should see some new plays called that I think will help this offense just reach a new tier. So I spent some time sitting down, grinding that out, and I didn't really go in and test it, but I put in a lot of plays that I feel like the computer can run successfully, not only just me, but I'll give Shedeur a lot of easy reads, a lot of ability to go down the field and find open receivers, and it will really tell me if my receivers are good or not, so we can know what kind of overhaul we need to do at that position. So I mean, that today we're going to see us simulate completely through games, so not even jumping in and watch the game plan and focus more on like the building side. But we're going to start today's game off getting into this game against the Packers because I really want to see how this offense runs, so focusing more on the offense than the defense of today's game. But let's see if we can pull off another upset here at home. All right, time to see what this new offense has in store for us here today, as I did still want to try to keep some runs in there, but I did add in a lot of pass plays, a lot of things that I feel like can get this team moving down the field, both short and medium, and give Shedeur a chance to use his arms in plays that made sense, especially on the third and medium. All right, so we need to see what some of these pass plays are looking like, though. Okay, come on now. This can't be my game plan then. I did not put that much emphasis on the run first and second down, though. I put him as an equal chance to be called, but still. Finally getting a pass play here. It's on third and long, going underneath, and I might have to go back to the game plan sheet already. Let's try this again. I did still leave under center. I try to still leave him, some plays under center. So here goes a pass play out of it, though. Better read, Shedeur. You can't just throw it right to the defense, though. 2nd and 10. So the Packers only sending 3, a blitz kind of coming in. I did forget they have Parsons here now on this team. Great throw underneath to David Njoku for the first down grab. See how much our receivers are actually used here too. Drop back is clean, wide open underneath. You got to hold on, Cedric. Here we go. Clean pocket. Pockets are looking good, at least. Cedric Tillman with the catch. And we're in the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. Now that's looking more like the playbook I wanted. Cedric Tillman wide open. I wonder which play this is here. Oh, yeah, that's just a wheel and post route combination there. They went man coverage, and Tillman enough speed to beat his man. Oh, and one play too many here. They actually went for it on 4th down. I thought they would punt it back, but you see their 10-yard pass to Judkins. We still getting the running backs involved here too. If any of y'all watch my Dynasty rebuild, we get our running backs active in the pass game. So I kept that going here towards Madden, putting in some screens and some plays that the running back can get open to really see what Judkins can do here out of the backfield. Going with the handoff up the middle in the trap. 3-yard rush. Looks like they got Micah moving all over the field too. 1 second he's on the left, 1 second he's on the right. So I have to keep track of that here. He's against our left tackle. We're going to play fake away from him. Pocket's looking good and deteriorates right into him. Okay. So what play was that nobody was able to get open? Now, I mean, a play action after a 3-yard run, probably don't want to do it. PA snag. I do not remember having that in my playbook. I'm going to have to go back and look. Okay, so I was 2nd and medium. Let's see the play here. I mean, snap. I see an open window right there. Pass, leave that down. Who is that on the outside? Is that Tillman? Yep, Tillman on the outside. Right there in that open window. You can choose to go right there late to Jerry Jeudy, but by this point, I mean, the defensive line's already in his face. If you throw that, it's probably just going to get tipped into the air anyway. So, yeah, that's Tillman early, but outside of that, everything was kind of covered. But I still like that, though. It looked like we actually had some open routes on that play, so that's still going to be a good one. So I might leave it alone. That's just offensive line didn't hold up just quite long enough. Look at that deep ball down the field, taking a chance one-on-one, and he almost has him. Number 10. Oh, that was Judkins, one-on-one on the outside. Okay, maybe don't trust the halfback going up the field one-on-one, but I at least like the attempt to shoot it downfield. See here, 2 turnovers already on the day for them. We got them to fumble the ball. So 2nd and 3 after the Judkins run here. We're going to go right back to him. And okay. So maybe we just don't have the offense. Okay, I'm going to take note of that. Maybe we just don't have the offensive line yet to run those inside zones because they are money in most cases. But every time we've seen them try to run it, it has been stopped for a loss. So we'll get some different runs out there a little bit better. There goes our halfback, though, wide open. What you can't produce in the run game, I'm going to need you to make up for in the pass game. Going 2 tight ends here to the bottom of your screen. We're going through a little stretch play to the outside. Great blocks on the outside, too. Inside zone. That's blocked up beautifully. There we go. See? When it's blocked right, it's a huge gain. Maybe just run it a little bit less. It's something y'all never really see me run too often. A weak or strong formation here. We have strong and weak both in this playbook here. So we have both of them still in here. Great catch there by Shador. Still not at 100 yards yet, but we do have a touchdown, so I'll take it. Number 3, Jerry Jeudy there on the grab. Or was that number 2? Handoff here. Nope. Read option here. Shador, get to the outside. Score for me. Score. No. He picks it up. He's got a foot race to the end zone. Please catch him. Number 2, you better not. Okay, thank you. I was saying you better not get chased down the field, but what? Shador, no, bro. Just go down with the first hits. Oh, my. I don't even know if they're going to. I got to call a play here because I need to see if they're going to at least try to reverse it. Let me just go like nickel cover 3 or something. No replay or no challenge. They're not going to review this on a possible scoring play here. Let's look at the read option here. Looking to the outside. I see him he's about to dive right here. He should have dove sooner, but animations kind of take over. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely a fumble. And then look at that. Three straight sacks immediately after. I love to see it. At least the defense is playing good today. Let's get one more play, one more full offensive possession here, and then we'll kind of start to speed up the pace here a little bit. Because I wasn't going to be in this game fully. I just want to see how the playbook looks and works. So we're going to kind of focus in heavily on this offense for a little bit. Okay, so I'm already seeing I might want to tone down the inside zone runs, at least on those first. They're not working on first. Okay, and this is the type of things that you kind of take stock of and take notice of. When you are creating those playbooks and those call sheets, like which plays are actually working in what scenarios, which ones you need to turn down the possibility of them going through. There goes Shador again running. Just hold on to my rock this time. That's something we didn't see too often in the first 2 games too. It's him scrambling when the pocket was, when there's clearly no play in front of him. Look, going off again here. Slide, please. All right, look, if you're going to run like that, I'm going to need you to slide for safety. This is ballsy, too. Immediately after fumbling, take off for the 2 first plays here. Another run play here. Looks like a 45 quick base. Pulling guard came over, did his job on the outside to seal that for him. First down. Now, this is looking a lot better. Offense is gaining a lot. Defense is holding strong. Blitz is coming in, so we get it out to David Njoku under the middle. Ooh, my goodness. Oladapo, are you all right, bro? Did somebody hurt you before the game? Because that hit was drastically unnecessary. Play action fake here. Looks like they're going with that snag play again. Nobody's open. Sanders is just standing there. He's going to finally take out of the pocket. I mean, the snag play looks like it could be open. He's just not finding the open area. Going with the receiver motion across formation here, though. Dropping back. Pocket. That's just Micah Parsons. Pocket deteriorated too quickly. And as you can see, we're in the 4th quarter. They were able to finally get on the board and actually start to move the ball a little bit there. So that's probably just them starting off a little bit slow here. As Jordan Love's going to get out of the pocket, running away from Garrett here as he slides down for the 9-yard rush. It's going to take a stop here to even have a chance to win the game. So we cannot really afford to give up 3, but it'll be better than a touchdown here if they go with a little draw play action here. Nobody's going to get home, but we do finally get there. He does come in and play our slot corner, so we must have hit a nickel blitz on that one for him to be in the backfield. Dropping back here again is Love. Pockets going back. Garrett's not going to get there, but we come up and make the play. There he goes again, Hickman. Now, I see how they move here with just a little over 2 minutes left to go. Let's see plenty of pass plays as they rush off the right side. I mean, have some pocket presence at least. Come on now, Shador. You can see the pocket was collapsing all on the right side. At least move to the left a little bit. Come back to the gun here. Micah Parsons in the backfield, and that might as well just be the dagger. And they're going to get the ball back after this too. You just hate to see the game end like that off of a Shador sack. And what? Oh, I know this is in my playbook. I don't run. First of all, what is cover 3 mat? Okay, I guess it's got an inverted. What is that play? That is not in my. Unless they changed my thing automatically, that is not in my book. And I can't even like really zoom out. Oh, there we go. I can. What is this? Out. Oh, okay. It's really stick. But they didn't like call it play. Why would we run stick on second and my left tackle just gets. I mean, that's just. Excuse me real quick. Hold on. Excuse me, my brother. Like, you barely even put hands on them. They're going to turn around and look at your quarterback like, oh, my bad. So we weren't able to come away with the victory in this one. The Packers go ahead and take us down, man. 1-2 on the year now after that loss, which, we were kind of hopeful to even come in and get a dub. So I knew it was going to be a difficult one for us. 18 for 27, 222 yards and a touchdown. Pretty good completion percentage, 8.2 an attempt. So I'm not mad at that. Looks like we were at least slinging the ball down the field. Judkins, 3.4 a carry. We need to get that up. So I think less of those inside zones because he did have a lot of good runs. We got to just turn those inside zone quantity a little bit. Maybe a couple other types of runs. Maybe more under center runs. Njoku, Tillman, Judy. Pretty even, between those guys. I didn't really favor one or the other. Touchdown there for Tillman, though. I'll take that. And then defensively, do we have anything like notably stand out? Any sacks? Hickman, Collins, Graham, Garrett, McGuire. So 5 sacks as a team, no interceptions, and it's the same amount of TFL. So we just got a lot that we got to improve on. I think mostly with the offensive play calling though. So after a game like that, you kind of, it is what it is. We just got to play a little bit better, of course. It's not going to be an easy schedule. We're not going to be favorites in a lot of these games. So you can see, GM approval is high at 52%, so I like that. But no, you see we're bottom third in like almost every category. We're the worst scoring offense, 12.6 points a game. Worst in passing yards at 157. The run game at least is at a decent spot, and our defense is kind of low tier 2 as well. So we just got to find different ways to kind of get a lot of those things up. And I don't know what it's going to be to get the pass game up. I feel like we have a lot of good pass plays in there. I think I just got to change the frequency on which they're called, so we can get some of those really good pass plays more close to the top over than some of like those first down. Like we were running a first and second down back to back after them clearly not working. So that play calling has got to get fixed up here. But we'll go ahead and get into this Detroit game and see what this one looks like. We'll probably go through quickly between the Detroit and Minnesota games because I'm not expecting too many good results from these two. So it wasn't pretty. You see here, 24-7. We got dominated, bro. The yards aren't even bad. Actually, we're up there. 310 yards throughout the game. The rushing yards are kind of bad, and the run defense is even worse on our side. But 230 yards and a touchdown here for Shador. He's putting up great numbers, 22 for 43. But defense is doing great in the pass game. He held at 94 yards, but we let Gibbs go off for 10 for 180 and 2 touchdowns. Montgomery at least held in check, and then Judkins 4.7 a carry is not bad, but we got to do better than this. I don't know what the defense was doing necessarily in this case. Obviously not enough sacks here, only 1 by Baker. I'm not seeing Garrett get in the backfield at all. 2 tackles for loss, but no sacks, no INTs here. And our play call sheet has been mainly focused on, stopping the pass. So I guess I can see why we're doing so good at doing it. But here's another example. Both teams held under 300 yards of offense. We actually got close to 203. Sanders 139 and an interception. JJ McCarthy 137, 3 touchdowns. So he's just getting great field position all over the place. As Judkins only 8 for 26 here today, and we saw more Ford, which is 9 for 30 as well. Definitely probably got to put some better run plays there in our playbook. But I got to chalk. And Fanning Jr. getting a lot of the catches too. Oh, that's right. Njoku, is he hurt or something? I gotta go check those injuries here after the game. But once again, defensively, laying a goose egg in the sack category. Nobody's getting pressure. No INTs. We only had 4 TFLs all game. And it does look like they both got hurt here. David Njoku dislocated his ankle. He's out for 3 to 7 weeks. And Judkins dislocated his hip. He's out for 3 to 7 weeks. So obviously I'm not gonna put either one on IR because it could be in 3 weeks. But who knows when we're gonna be able to see these guys and possibly get back out there and start getting some more reps again. And we are quickly down to a 1-4 record, as the Bengals are at the same point. Steelers at 1-3, which, that's thankfully we get them here this week. But their defense has been strong, especially against the pass. We just got to find a way to stop the run game. Honestly, it's this team's run defense that is bewildering me right now, especially because normally I pride myself in good run defense. So the guys that we're trusting to stop this run game, the front seven. What's kind of going on up here? We see Garrett there on the right side. Joe Tyron Shinoya here on the left. Defensive tackles, we have Graham, Harris, Collins. I'm not seeing any kind of, at least overall wise, I'm not seeing too many weaknesses here. We're just not getting it done between them. I don't know if maybe it's because I'm putting too much of a emphasis on the stopping the pass when we come into like our weekly strategy and stuff. Like, I'll show you guys kind of what my loadout is. Obviously right now I have after school tutoring, so we got the 6 players getting the boost, but you see most of my abilities are defensive oriented. Aerial assault here for blitzes, and then mano a mano for the coverages. So maybe if I take off aerial suspension, right, we go with a more offensive focused one. Maybe this can help us out a little bit here. Dr. Dots, sure hands, increased catching ability. We can go Dr. Dots here. That's tier 1. Oh, this is a tier 2 because my coordinator has it at tier 2. Cool under pressure, increased chance of breaking sacks when outside of the pocket, reduced pressure effects on quarterback outside of the pocket. Dashing dots, throwing the run. He's not really throwing the run. +4 throwing the run for our QBs. He doesn't really do that. +4 release though for our receivers. Maybe getting them open a little bit can help. Oh yeah, I gotta take one off. I forgot that. So we're gonna go and take off the aerial suppression. I'm thinking let's do Dr. Dots instead. I'm thinking maybe Dr. Dots here. So it gives us a little bit of a boost to kind of help our pass offense out a little bit. And since it's in silver, I think that's obviously a little bit better than these. Now, of course, I can still use my staff points and get some of these upgraded. And then all we'd have to worry about, of course, is like the downgrades once we get them boosted up. Because, normally you have to either do those upgrades or get them downgraded. We were close to having one of them get downgraded. Which one was it? I just was looking at it. Oh, here you go. Let's move the chains. Under 15 first downs in the game 3 times. And this drops from bronze to, I guess, I don't have it no more. I truly don't know what goes on after that. But okay, we'll go with this loadout instead. We'll add that in. You see who my focus players are. We have Sanders, basically all the kind of rookies here. Somebody's not up here. Oh, Judkins isn't up here, of course, because he's hurt. And then I come in here and I actually customize this on a week-to-week basis. I try to get everybody in here to not be hurt. They put him back at half pass. I want him at full so he can get more XP. We got kind of, if you're like hurt like this, I kind of just go ahead and let you rest. You're back to normal, so we can go ahead and put you back to full pads. Actually, I think he's a starter. We can go half pads. I try to let my starters go half pads. Y'all let me know down below if you guys do something different. Let me know. I would love to see what you guys do when it comes to like these game plans. If you guys actually get in here and affect this at all, but I'll just go ahead and rest my starter. Anytime I see a slight injury or a slight wear and tear, I'm resting them completely. I need you 100%. This team already is doing bad. We can't do no worse. So we're already doing bad. I need y'all at full strength as much as possible. So outside of the guys that are actually hurt and over there sitting on the sideline, if you even see a slight injury like this, you resting. Like, look, there goes 454 XP again. Like, why is Dylan Gabriel getting so much more XP? And I'm giving Shador full reps. Unless it's changing him back to half. I don't know. You see I'm hitting X, right? Or confirm right after I put him to full. So I don't know if it is just changing after that. But we do have a storyline here for the film room prep. Hopefully it's not a media day asking me questions on if I'm going to guarantee a win.
Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.
Critical game this week. What are you seeing in the film? So who are we talking to in right now? Alex Anthony. Quarterback is the most important position in the game, and that isn't a strength of theirs. We can force him into bad choices. Okay. We need our safeties reading the progression. We don't need to worry about getting beat. Instead, we can capitalize on every mistake. Do you agree agree on gambling on the quarterback to force it to turn over? Agree, too risky. Let's lock down the running back. No blanket the receivers, instead focus on us in the trenches. The quarterback play has not been bad at all. I think we need to lock down there. This team doesn't really run like that though. I'm gonna agree with him. Because we've been focusing on making the practices go crazy or making the pass game go crazy here recently. This team is not too good on the run. So I'm actually okay with this. Let's continue to lock that down. And I think with the simple changeup that we made, we can see some more progression here from the offense. All right, settle in. We need to talk strategy for this week's matchup. The focus is all on the QB. We need to force mistakes and take advantage. I want you guys jumping routes. We need those turnovers to win. So we want to get an interception for Damonte Kazi. He's my starting free safety. Okay. Well, at least we all know that Kazi's locked in. In all seriousness, we force a couple picks and they'll fail to move the ball through the air. We can win this easy. Let's get to it. And hey, it's a new goal here for us. I mean, we've already on a losing streak. Let's see if we can turn it around here going into this game, and we'll actually jump in here to see if we can maybe pull off a dub here against the Steelers. And so for a game like this, we'll mainly kind of get into the second half to see how it's playing out. We want to see if there's anything good to watch here as we get closer into the second half of the season, getting closer to this trade deadline, to see if we can move any of these pieces to help make this team better for the future and what we're lacking in. It seems like we're going here to the second half. We'll do a little bit more jumping here. We're down just 7-0. Offense gets a huge penalty here to move up the field even further. We'll see plenty of Jerome Ford here, of course, with Judkins out with that hip injury. So throw that one away. 3rd and 6 is thrown away again. We at least just get 3 points. There we go, going forward on 4th down, and we actually get it here. And penalty against the offense. And okay, so wait, what just happened? So a 10-yard penalty against the offense, but it's their ball. I wish it had more specifics. Like, what just happened on that play that they got the ball? How? They got the ball and a 10-yard penalty in the same standpoint. Unless they're saying that we didn't get because it did say we got the first. So I don't know how they did it, but can we at least get a turnover here or something to get the ball back? There we go, 4th and 8. All right, we're gonna start the 4th quarter here with the first down basically here, and let's see if we can go down and score something. In the all-white Shedeur, your jersey looking kind of clean, so that means you haven't gotten sacked too many times. So hand this off to the outside forward, breaking a tackle as he shuffles his way forward for the first down. 50 yards on the day. That's what I like to see here. Starting up this 4th down, we need to put some points on the board here. Still no touchdown for us. Play action. Shedeur looking for a sack. Guess I got to go back to the drawing board with this playbook, right? It's just not working how I imagined it to, as that's getting knocked down too as well. Judy not able to hold on. We're going to a 3rd and long already. We just hopped in here. Not even going to get to see the team get a first down. Here's the pockets once again looking clean. He's going to take off and get sacked from behind. And I'm not going to lie, I got to see the play call here. Curl. I know that's not in my 3rd and long. I know this would not be on my 3rd and long. Curl flats, bro. I mean, you can hit your running back right here to get some yards, or the curl route. I understand not doing it because you want to get the first, but I don't know where else you're looking. And don't get me wrong, I knew this would be tough. I mean, obviously, they didn't give Shedeur like a hidden development trait. Hayden. He's starting out in the 60s, so now not much room to kind of grow too quickly here without phenomenal stats. And without phenomenal stats, you're not going to put up the stats to grow. So all we can kind of hope for is to put this man in great positions with our defense to win a lot of close ball games here. We're trying to keep Rodgers under 200 yards, and with them up here, it's surprising they're actually still passing. 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation here. Still no pressures getting there. Launching a deep ball, one-on-one coverage into double coverage. And we knock it loose. The defense gets a chance. All right, we're starting in a decent spot already. So if we can just keep it moving from here. Handing off to the outside. Easy run lane. That's Sampson again. Getting loose. And we have 2 hidden development running backs. Sampson is the other one. Obviously, Judkins is the first. So I don't know how they managed to get 2 hidden developments, 2 possible stars here at halfback. But maybe we need to focus more on the run game. Dropping back, pocket looking good. Sanders evades the sack. Goes up the field and slides down. That was actually a nice scramble there. Way to avoid the sack. He's actually getting a lot of time. Our receivers I'm seeing here might not just be getting open. That blitz was a phenomenal one. As I was saying before, they so rudely interrupted with that great blitz. Our receivers might just not be getting open. Dropping back here, sending another blitz in. And I mean, the halfback was open late, but he was already getting sacked. Rodgers, a little pump fake off the edge. They're going quick before Sanders has a chance to get to him. The only reason they're going to even probably get over 200 yards is we're giving them plenty of chances to keep moving this ball. Dropping back here. Play fake. Garrett is going to get Y'all, are you serious? Garrett ran around Rodgers? Come on. Is this what the gameplay is now? Is it back to being like trash? I get that they were having a problem with like too many sacks, but that's an obvious one. And now because of that, they get an easy first down. Dropping back here. Still nobody getting to Rodgers. Throw goes out on the run, and his receivers are just wide open. I could have sworn I put a lot of plays in there for us to have similar types of success, but I'm not seeing any of them being called here. Going to the outside. We're there for him. Got him. Actually, now that I think about it, I might have forgot to put our playbook on when we came into this game. That might be part of the problem. Going out to the outside. Rodgers is looking. Still eyes down the field, so we're going to get a sack. Finally. That's the Mike linebacker Schwarzenegger getting in the backfield for a sack. Probably his first one of the day and first one in a couple weeks. Sending a blitz. Here's where on the ground. Still doesn't get tripped up. No Myles Garrett as he's nowhere to be seen on the plays. Where's Myles Garrett? Why is he not on the field? No, like, y'all, he's really not on the field. Did he get hurt or something? I didn't see it. Steelers are moving this ball, though. Going with another handoff here. Breaks off a tackle, and before we finally gang up and get him to the ground. Now, this is better run defense here. 10 for 37, but we're letting Rodgers pass all over the field. They're starting to drain clock now here. Probably see the run game more as there goes Warren up the middle. Easy run, and he's into goal territory. Just as I say the run game was actually doing good, they give up a huge gasher. If they score this might be the dagger here. Going down 2 possessions is not a good look. Run to the outside, and he's in there with ease. And this team needs a lot of work from top to bottom. Another tough one here. Shout out to you, Mike Tomlin. You was able to get one over on us. I mean, we won the first game of the year and thought this might be, I didn't think it was going to be a breeze, but I thought we might at least have a decent season. But 1-4, the team is not doing good in any area of the game at all. I mean, Sanders, 20 attempts, 111 yards. That's pretty bad. Run game went wild today, though. 15, 7, and 5. That's what's that? 12, 27. So we ran 47 plays here today. How many plays did they run? 36, 48. Roughly about the same amount, around 50 plays aside, so around 100 plays in this total game. I gotta look and see what the play average is, but I think that it just sounds drastically low to have that many rushing attempts and passing attempts. It sounds really low, but another day here, we're barely getting to the quarterback. We actually did get an interception here, but it did not pan out mattering at all because the offense could not move the rock. Demonte, you look pretty broken up on the sideline for today's game. How do you rebound after such an emotional loss? Especially when we thought you was going to get an interception. Our team really stepped it up out there. I came in boastful and didn't deliver. I'm proud of our guys, but also know if I played my part as planned, we would win the game. I mean, we did get an interception. I'm going to say, should I praise him? Care to comment, coach? I'm going to take responsibility, bro. This is not on you, bro. This is not on you at all. You know, saying any given Sunday, we'll need to refocus and learn for the next time. Yeah, that's definitely not on you. But at least coming out of that game, we got mock draft number 1. So we can kind of take a break from the L's and get a look here into what could be an eventful offseason. As you see here, quarterback going number 1 overall to the Jets and Elijah Morgan. We're moving on from Justin Fields there. Giants picking in the top 3, going with an edge rusher, halfback. Jonathan Gonzalez going to the Saints at number 3. They have us picking 4, picking up an edge rusher, Manu Corona. Now, obviously, everybody's at 20% still, so we don't have much information on these players, but a finesse moves is not a bad look here. Looks like he could be a decent athlete, great to elite speed. I can take that. No diddy D on power moves, though, so he's definitely going to be more of like a finesse speed rusher type of dude. What is he? Round 1 projection? We'll have to keep our eyes on that. So 2 quarterbacks going in the top 5, 3, 4 in the top 10. Oh, wait. We have 2 first-round picks? Wow, I did not know. Did I have that written down somewhere? I must have forgot. We have 2 first-round picks, and they have us going quarterback here. We're not doing. But Tyler Costa, A under pressure, scrambler. I mean, this is an interesting pick, but I'm not going to be like those teams that draft a quarterback and immediately go draft another one the next year. No, we're going to give him a chance to fail. You know, it's not going to be just a 1-season thing or 2-season thing. He's going to play his contract out. at least those 4 years, and then we'll decide if we need to start over on that after the 3rd season. If we need to start over from there, then we will. But look at that, 5 quarterbacks going in the top 15. A lot of defensive players though throughout. A couple of linemen going here late. Looks like that's pretty much the end of it. So 5 quarterbacks going in the top 15, then no others go. I'm not seeing any receivers. Did y'all see any? I see a tight end. 2 of them actually, in fact, going in this first round, but no wide. Oh, there we go. Titans go with the receiver here, Rich Looney. But outside of that, no receivers going in the, at least in this mock draft 1, going in that first round. So if we look at the prospects, does that change kind of how they're rearranged here a little bit? You see them kind of moving up and down a little bit here. So the top running receiver is Looney. If I look at just wide receivers, so we still got a couple here. I mean, a lot of round 1, 2 guys. So it looks like a lot of these more slated towards round 2, late round 1. We have some guys here at 40%, 20%. Look at an F in catching here, which is kind of concerning when you see an A right underneath him. So it looks like there are some guys that have catching ability, A, and a lot of B potential guys here a little bit later. A catching traffic, but on day 3. But with B catching, B short route running, Eddie Noel might be a guy to kind of look at here. A day 3 option at 21 years old. Good in the slot. I mean, we have Isaiah Bond that I want to try to nurture into that role, but if we need to, that could be an interesting little talking point there. What about offensive line? Anybody looking good here at the tackle spots? I'm seeing an A in pass block. That's what I like to see already. A pass block finesse. B in pass block power. C in pass block finesse is not too bad. What about the right side? B pass block, B pass block. A couple guys here in the B's with nobody too big. Guards, I don't think we looked internal. We did not. Okay. Now, obviously, this is just a small taste of some of the guys that we've been looking at here, but of course, we're going to keep our eyes open. We did look at edge, and I'm seeing a lot of these guys at 50% right now. I see 3 guys at 50% here. Let's see. A finesse moves. I'm seeing 3 guys with that. All the round 1 guys basically have our speed rushers. So it's going to be which one has a good balance, though. I mean, like here, A and C with C block shed. It's pretty much the most balanced out. B play recognition. A to C tackling. I kind of like that a little bit there from Trayvon Locke. I feel like I would probably like that a little bit more than TJ Bean here. Just the fact that he does have like a more balanced skill set here near the top. Now, of course, they had us going with Manu Corona here, who is in the top 5. TJ Bean is the top 5 projection, but did not have him going to us. That is kind of concerning. C tackling, C to F injury. Have to keep our eyes on maybe why. Did he end up going in the first round at all in the mock draft? TJ Bean. Oh, that's why he didn't go to us, because he went 2 picks earlier to the Giants. Okay. So that makes sense. So they're saying Manu's the 2nd best. And where do they have? No, that's not even him right there. Enrique Calavo going 3rd. Here goes Trayvon Locke. They have him going. That's the 4th edge rusher at the 17th pick to the Patriots. So slipping back that far for us. And I see over there, okay. I see they're kind of showing some like the grades, at least the top 4 good grades over there. So we'll definitely keep our eyes open for that. See what our potential moves could be. Looks like we could be picking 2 times there in the top, what is that, the top 5, top 10? So I definitely can take something like that. I don't know whose pick we stole. I forgot. But back into the games though, after we kind of take a look through that, obviously we're not ready to go through. I normally say like negotiations and all that stuff near the end, but I definitely want to, as we're coming up on this trade deadline, look at some guys that we could possibly look at ending up trading. And some of those guys could be, I mean, do we move on from a David Njoku? We do have a young tight end in the spot in Finnan Jr. that could take over if we couldn't get a deal to be done here. I mean, he wants 3 years, $42 million. That is roughly, that's more than 12, 13, that's about $14 million a season, roughly. Am I willing to give a tight end $14 million a season going into his age 30 seasons? I don't know. So would it be easier to trade him? Definitely don't want to have to start over offensive line. But looking at some of the guys that we have up here near the top, some guys that we can possibly trade, like Jerome Ford here at 25 years old. He could have trade bait potential, especially as a halfback when we have 2 really good hidden potential halfbacks here on the team. I mean, let me just show you guys. Like, obviously, Dylan Gabriel. If we're going to move forward with Sanders, maybe I look to trade over, a high caliber 1st round pick. Should be able to get a lot in return. Trade away Ford, we have Sampson, Judkins that can run this backfield, and we would just go sign another free agent to kind of put it in between. Finnan Jr. could possibly take over at tight end. Who knows? That could be also trade bait. we want to start off in this receiver room, so I'm not looking at any of these guys for potential trades. I'm not looking at any of the offensive line. I'm not even really looking defensive line. Really nothing defensively am I looking to trade. Let me look at the safeties. I mean, you can make a case maybe for these two. Maybe Delpit we can kind of get rid of and just let at least Jenkins start over here. Or Jenkins is older, trade Jenkins and go after, let McMillan get the backup role as a rookie. So there's definitely some trade options that we can do at the trade deadline to kind of at least acquire some even more draft capital than we already have. And since I'm already confused, we might as well just go and take a look at the draft capital we have right now. As it would look like. So draft picks. So we have Jackson. So we're picking number 4 because of Jacksonville. Our pick is number 8. Okay. So we have 2 picks in the top 10 right now. We have a 2nd rounder, a 3rd rounder, a 4th, 2 5ths, 2 6ths, and a 7th. I think we can do some major damage rebuilding this team with those 2 firsts. And if we trade Gabriel away, Gabriel should be enough to get us at a 2nd or 3rd, and possibly really could get us a late round first if there's a late round team that could use him for maybe like an aging player. Have them back up the rest of the season, take over that spot next year so they don't have to go draft a quarterback late. So it could maybe get a late 1st round, maybe 2nd round pick out of Gabriel. If we trade forward, maybe another 3rd or 4th pick here. So another day 3 option for us that we could probably package together with some of these other day 3s and move back into the 4th. We can get a lot of starting caliber players here if we draft this right. So I mean, we can definitely help out our quarterback here this year. I mean, I think we have the running back room to kind of move forward. A free agency here and a draft pick here at receiver, I think we're straight. If we sign Njoku, I think actually is looking more like the smart move. Drafting well here on the offensive line, especially at the tackle spots, is a must. And then defensively, we're seeing that we're playing pretty bad defensively, but it's young. So do we give it time to grow? I think so. Yeah, because a lot of these guys are good players. They're just young, and it's just causing us to not even have that big of a problem. If we look at our defensive numbers, so we look at the defensive numbers, I mean, passing, we're good. Defensive, rushing the ball, I mean, honestly, I think the scoring and rushing is mostly because the offense is moving the ball enough. We're averaging 8.5 points a game, you guys. Like, we are not scoring at all. It is terrible the way that we're not moving this ball. So 8.5, I mean, if they're scoring, if they're winning games, we're giving up 22 points, they're scoring 8. They're running the ball out of the call at the end of the game. A lot of those offensive rush yards are probably just, inflated stats. At the end of the game, just kind of running the ball, pounding the ball down our throat over and over and over again. So it definitely can be inflated, and I think we should start to see a turnaround here, but it's all going to start this week, hopefully, against the 1-5 Dolphins. Do we have a chance to at least get a dub this week? Ooh, and before we look at the results of the last game, just as we're actually talking about trading him away, we get trade offers for Rayshawn Jenkins. I mean, he's playing backup strong safety right now anyway. I actually have him on my list. He is up at the end of the season. I have him on the list of not to re-sign right now anyway. So I was going through some of these offers here on things that we could potentially get. I mean, obviously, a receiver is something we're looking at, but I don't know if I necessarily want to answer that with Luke McCaffrey. 6th round pick does sound pretty interesting, though. Here, a future 4th round pick to go defensive tackle to upgrade the run game. But I looked at the Jaguars' record. They're not really in position to where this trade makes sense for them. I mean, the aging strong safety that they may not even be able to sign back themselves didn't really make sense to make this move with them. Although the 4th round pick is there, I try to make the trades at least somewhat realistic, right? Like, I'm not going to completely rip off the computer and make it at least make a little bit of sense here. Edge rusher doesn't make sense for us. Now, this here does, though. The Chiefs actually have a winning record right now. They're 5-1, and they are playoff hopefuls. This would be an upgrade for them in strong safety, but I don't know if I want to make this exact deal here. Let me show you what I'm really wanting to do. So now if we look at their strong safety room, they do have Von Bell here, who's 30. They have Charmaine Connor, who's 75 overall, star dev, and they have Jaden Hicks, 73 overall. Now, what makes more sense for us, I feel like, would be going here with Shamari Connor. 2 years left on his deal, is 25 years old, star development. This is going to be an upgrade for them because Jenkins is a 78 star. So he's actually better than Von Bell and the same age or a year older. I think he's 31 and not 30. But basically, it would still be an upgrade for them at strong safety. And this would be an upgrade for us as far as backups. It gives us a little bit more youth there, somebody good. Hicks would be okay. This is like completely starting over. I would want more so a little bit more value to add on to what could help them win the Super Bowl here with this strong safety move, getting them an extra defensive piece here to help the pass game. So I think this swap would be more so what I would want to do. And if I could, I would want to throw in, because we're potentially helping y'all win a Super Bowl. They don't have any of their late round picks. I was going to say like a 5th. Give me a future 6th round pick. They don't have their 7th round next year either. Just 2 6th rounds. That and a future 6th. There it is. So we're going to send that across. So we got Connor now to back up at strong safety. We send them Junkins, who we didn't plan on re-signing anyway. Connor's deal is not up till next year, so we don't have to re-sign him this year. And we got a 6th round pick next year added up to go ahead and help next year's draft capital. That's what I'm talking about, and wanted to see a dub here. Near the end of the video, we finally take down somebody. We went 29-21. Big offensive day here today, almost near 350 of total yards that kept them under 300. 190 and a touchdown here for Sanders. Got sacked 3 times though as well. 58% completion percentage, so still got to work on that. But finally getting his 2nd dub of his career. I'll take that to it. We intercepted him twice, got to him in the backfield twice. Running the ball, look at Ford, 11 for 113 and 2 touchdowns. He's starting to kind of take over the starting role. 4 broken tackles. Sampson even got in the end zone too as well. So the run game was on fire here today. Tillman 6 for 109. Judy 3 for 56. Touchdown caught was by DeAndre Carter. Okay, and then defensively, who got in the backfield today? 2 sacks. Isaiah McGuire and Joe Tryon-Shagur. So once again, still no Myles Garrett getting in the backfield. Been very quiet all season, which is kind of concerning. I feel like that should be trade bait reasons. I don't know what's going on there, but 2 interceptions here from Newsome and Delpit too. Right after getting a strong safety traded, he was like, let me step my game up before I go next. And that'll set us up with a great opportunity here to go ahead and set our national focus. We're coming into the bye week after this game here against the Browns. So we definitely want to see if there's any more moves that need to be made. National focus, we definitely want to set this on wide receivers. So we want to make a splash pick there. Definitely want to make sure that's worthwhile, and we get a boost already for our receivers. So we're gonna have him look at receivers. I'm not looking to change up quarterback right now, so we're not going to even be worried about that. And we'll look at our prospects in the next episode during our bye week as we try to move forward things a little bit here. But we do have the Patriots up next. Let's get in at least one more game here and see if we can end this off on a 2-game winning streak. And couldn't go back to back, unfortunately. Here we lose the next game out 10-14 to the Patriots. Both sides kind of pretty abysmal here. I mean, you see 32 attempts though, but just 14 completions. The completion percentage is just not there. Definitely got to do something about that. 127 and a touchdown here. No, only 1 interception though, at least. Run game still was good for us. 17 for 72. Looks like it was good for them as well. 14 for 79 and a touchdown there for Stevenson. So run defense still being a problem here. Nobody standing out in the pass game. Look at Whitehart here. I guess that's like our 3rd tight end getting a touchdown grab on the day. With the David Njoku injury, he has been moved up to receiver too, so it makes sense. And oh my, there we go. After a bunch of goose eggs the last couple of games, Garrett goes off for 4 sacks here today. It's just a shame that it's in a loss, but I'll take the production. As long as he's still back producing and he isn't gone shallow here. But going into the bye week, that does leave us with a pretty bad record here now at 2-5 or 2-6. Worst team in the AFC North. We have a couple teams worse than us. The Jets at 2-6. Raiders at 1-6 and Dolphins at 1-7. So we're not terribly bad here, but it is not getting better, by the second. So what do we do here in this offseason week? What is it that we can do to get better? And what are some trades that we can do to give ourselves some more draft capital hits? That's what I'm going to be looking at in the next episode. So all trades, our first look at re-signing some players that we're sure we want to keep around, and a deeper dive into the scouting report is what you guys can expect for next episode. Let's go get these upgrades in before we leave the episode though. Harold Fannin Jr. and Isaiah Bond getting a couple upgrades here. We'll go with a possession upgrade for Fannin Jr. Keeping them with the scheme fit is, well, they still haven't fixed the choppiness here of this screen, have they? They really should do a better job of taking care of their franchise mode. Look how slowly everything loads. It's good when it gets in here, but look at the chop up there, loading the animation. The player movement slows down when that's going on. +4 catch traffic though for Isaiah Bond. I'll take that up to a 70 overall now. Definitely want to get him to where he's playing in the slot. I do believe those playmaker upgrades though every time will get you exactly what you need. So you're gonna get a big boost in a lot of different areas. So it'll drastically improve your receivers quickly. So if you're looking for a way to upgrade your receivers the best way, I always go playmaker. Unless I'm just really sure that that's the only role they're going to be playing, then I will go for the specific roles. But I always try to look for those middle grounds. But as you can see here, going into the bye week, we are the worst in points per game, worst in passing yards per game, 11th in rushing yards per game, 13th, 14th, and 11th. So everything else is pretty medium. It's just the pass game needs to get better and the points per game needs to get better. How we do that, I think it's just completing more of our passes. Shedeur has just not been kind of excelling in that area. And so that's why we definitely need to go ahead and upgrade or work on upgrading his attributes. If I look and see, it's in the GM office now, I keep forgetting where the roster is. What are his accuracy ratings that has it to where maybe he's not completing his passes like that? So we get Sanders, he's got 84 short, right behind Flacco, 79 medium, 78 deep, 84 throw on the run, 88 throw power, 78 throw under pressure. I mean, he's not bad. He's either middle of or leading the way in most of these QB categories. So as to why his completion percentage is so low, I don't know. I don't know if that means I need to tweak the sliders. I'll go check out the community and the forums to see if there's any tweaks going around. That's maybe it's just not, maybe it's the gameplay aspect of it, but I'll definitely keep looking at the playbook too as well, and we'll have that adjusted for next time out. Next time we probably will get through this. I mean, we're 2-6, we're not playing for much here, so we probably will get through the bye week and probably get through the end of the season here, going through multiple weeks in one go and kind of just going through those playbooks here for us. But let me know how you guys are feeling about the episode. Let me know if you guys are enjoying it. It's me, your boy Coach Smooth, aka Sean Too Smooth, the king of games, and I will catch you guys in the next rebuild video here for the Browns. Stay tuned for that. As now that it's just the Browns and the Aztecs here, expect those alternating every other day: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're taking Saturday through Monday off, of course, for the real life college football and NFL season. So catch you guys in those videos. If you guys are enjoying the series, leave a like on the way out. I love every single one of you guys, man. Later.